Welcome back to Weird Tech Finds, the tech show where the comments are always much smarter than the actual show. This week's episode is brought to you by Barry's Beryllium Spheres. Spaceship broken down again? Should've bought a Barry's.
What the?
AI is making an awful mess these days. An MIT study says that AI initiatives are failing at 95% of the companies using it. Don't worry, the other 5% will figure it out soon. I'm kidding. And another article says that while productivity is up for developers using AI, it's also exacerbating every kind of security flaw known to man. Hackneyed AI software is often called spaghetti code, presumably because it tastes like marinara sauce and mainly comes from Italy. I'll be honest, I didn't really read the article. But I think we're looking at this all wrong. If AI is best at making buggy code riddled with security flaws, we should realize this is like every bank having the safe secured by duct tape. It's all there on my new game show, Hackers Paradise. Speaking of Hackers Paradise, we turn to international tech news this week. North Korean hackers are at it again, those pesky North Koreans. This time they're posting fake jobs, and if people click on them, their crypto is somehow stolen. The article says state-backed North Korean hackers were believed to have stolen at least $1.34 billion worth of cryptocurrency last year. Their methods used to be fairly crude, but one man said it's scary how far they've come in just a year. Now, if you're in the market for a blockchain-related job, and if you're wondering how you can tell if a job offer is a scam or not, it's actually very easy. There are no real job offers anymore. If someone offers you a job, it's a scam. Something I've never said out loud before and likely never will again. I wish I were British.
Are you sure?
Why? A tribunal just said that sacking someone, that's UK talk for firing, because they called their boss a dickhead was not allowed. The woman in question was given £30,000 compensation after the tribunal found that she had been unfairly dismissed. That's a pretty sweet plum. A free year's salary in exchange for telling your boss to go to hell. If that's not the British dream, I genuinely don't know what is. Another international news, Canada's first ever lunar rover is about to launch in search of moon water. Isn't it nice that Canada finally made the news? I'm sure the new rover will be off-puttingly friendly and sternly self-confident. It's part of an effort to build a sustainable base for humans on the moon, which is actually pretty cool. But with such sane and stable American allies to the south, I can't imagine why Canada is so interested in leaving the planet right now. Just remember this, Canada, do me a favor. When you finally get to the moon, make sure to apologize as you accidentally bump the US flag on your way in. Patients are furious at therapists secretly using AI. A patient said his therapist, quote, was taking what I was saying and putting it into ChatGPT, unquote. At first, the therapist actually appeared to be getting a lot better at therapying because ChatGPT is like really, really awesome. It helped me launch my all-male nude car wash with a business plan and everything. Well, I mean, not yet, but, you know, it's basically a slam dunk at this point. I just need to get the funding in order. Anyways, I know what you're thinking. How did the patient find out? Well, the therapist apparently dropped the ball by responding to an email with a lot of, quote, Americanized M dashes, tipping the patient off that the therapist was relying on AI instead of their brain. Busted. This is an issue on which I feel I have to take a stand. I'm an English literature major and a professional marketing words guy, and I've used the M dash my entire life. I love it. It's an indispensable tool in the writer's toolkit, but damn you AI, you're overusing it. You're ruining M dashes for the rest of us because now people assume anytime I use one, the text must have been generated by AI. Sign my petition if you agree. No more M dash shaming. Let's delve into this issue further in next week's Wait a minute, I can't say that either! In today's installment of I Always Somehow Knew It but Could Never Back It Up, artificial sweeteners like those found in yogurts and fizzy drinks can damage people's ability to think and remember and appear to cause long-term harm to health, research has found. If you're like me, every time an artificial sweetener touches your tongue, you instinctively recoil in horror. That's true. Congratulations. You might actually be protecting your brain. The article notes that daily consumption of artificial sweeteners was associated with accelerated decline in memory, verbal fluency, and global cognition. Now, honestly, none of that sounds so bad. It's what I do every Friday night anyways, when I secretly chug Four Loko in my garage to get away from my kids screaming for just 1 second.
I just need a minute.
Die, brain, die! Why are social media sites so toxic? Why is our society more polarized than ever? Why do nice people hate each other's guts right now? Well, it turns out engagement-based social media platforms as a concept might be to blame. But is it because these algorithms and platforms are somehow biased? Well, it turns out any social media platform, regardless of its inputs or methods that uses engagement-based metrics like likes, shares, and reposts, will end up this way. A study simulated a fake social media network where every single user was a bot. I know what you're thinking. No, it wasn't X.
Damn.
The results, the bots quickly formed partisan echo chambers, and the loudest, most polarizing voices quickly rose to the top as the general population became increasingly divided. Stranger still, when some bots got more followers than the others, they started taking advantage of the loser bots by selling them
Grumpy Grape, your new best friend.
In today's segment of course you'd say that, Robinhood CEO Vlad Tenev says investing for a living could replace labor in a post-AI world. Why get a job when you can invest? It's the dream of every deadbeat dad on planet Earth right now. Vlad likes the idea of giving every newborn $1,000 as seed money, and I actually do agree with teaching kids how to invest at a younger age and helping them do it. But coming from Robinhood, who recently allegedly stopped people from actually making money by restricting meme stock trade just when they figured out how to actually use their system to their advantage, it kind of feels a little rich, doesn't it? Why not just give every newborn $300 on DraftKings and introduce them to the wonderful world of sports betting instead? In an article that should terrify every single one of us, doomscrolling is linked to excessive toilet time, which is therefore linked to increased risk of hemorrhoids. Spending more than 10 to 15 minutes on the john like you're doing right now might cause hemorrhoids, the article notes, making it safer to use a smartphone when not on the toilet. Take that, office workers everywhere who visit the bathroom every hour just to finally play Wordle in peace. We know what you're doing. And in addition to crippling anxiety, mass depression, and general sense of impending doom, we can now add butt sores to the joyous list of never-ending social media benefits. Once upon a time, Facebook introduced a feature that lets you poke other users. It's so fun and so novel and engaging. After years of dormancy, Facebook is again trying to boost engagement with pokes, gamifying the experience. It counts the number of pokes to be sure that your friends know how much you really need them, like now. When a future civilization asks how we squandered our precious gift of natural resources, they'll see this as a shining example of humans using awesome technological power for good. Well, that's it for this week's Raving and Jabbering. Subscribe for more, and the comment that is most like a chicken will get featured in next week's episode. Thanks for watching.